शुरू करते हैं. All right, super congrats once again for XLRI calls, and let's get the party started. I am also switching on the cams. Your senior is going to be joining in a couple of minutes. Good. Can you guys see me? No, yes, no, yes. देख पा रहे? Hi everyone. Okay, you guys can unmute and say hi.
Hello. Hello.
Okay.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Hello guys, what's up? Okay, great. So keep your cameras on here, फटाफट for a few minutes, first 10 minutes, and then you guys can switch it off and listen to us. It'll be great. है और एक हम सेल्फी भी खींचेंगे. बहुत बड़ा दिन है. XLRI की कॉल्स आपकी कन्वर्ट करवानी है और बहुत मजा आएगा. हाय तन्मय, हाय अमीन, निमी, हाय समर्थ, हाय लोकेश, हाय गौरव. Okay, hey Satvik, good seeing you, man. Hey Disha, you sitting against the camera. You're very dark, but it's okay. Against the light, sorry. Hi Brahmjeet, क्या हाल है?
Hello, sir.
Okay, great. Super, super. Okay, Saransh, Rachit, good seeing you. Waiting for Bhavna, Tanmoy, and Arnav and other folks to join as well. Okay. Mehak has already joined in. You're senior from Excel. Hey, Mehak, are you live? Can you hear me? If yes, do switch in the camera as well.
Hi, sir.
Hi, Mehak. Oh, hey, Mehak, good seeing you. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
पूर्वज हो चुकी है तो अभी CATKing की है ना पूर्वज.
सही में अब तो सुपर जूनियर्स का टाइम आ गया.
सुपर जूनियर्स का टाइम आ गया है. बिल्कुल बिल्कुल. I think most of them will not be seeing you also. You'll be graduating now, right?
Yeah. 20 days left. I'm so definitely not gonna see them.
20 days left. But can they reach out to you later on through LinkedIn?
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Oh, that's sweet. Great यार. तो महक की स्टोरी बहुत अमेजिंग है. We'll speak about महक. अभिषेक कहाँ है? अभिषेक should be there any minute. तो अभिषेक is joining in. किसले कहाँ रह गया आज? किसले का भी वेट हो रहा है. ठीक है, good. Hey लोकेश, समय, समर्थ, final checks. Keep your cameras on everyone. फटाफट. We're gonna switch the party started for the XLRI calls to convert it as well. कौन रह गया? Okay, admin is gonna put you in the waiting room. Hey Rahul, Lokesh, Samarth, Bhavna, Pranav, Kapish, last final checks. Neha, Sparsh, Ananya. Okay, good seeing you, Rahul. Okay, great. Hi, Bhavna. बढ़िया. Utkarsh, Supratim, all right. Okay, good. Janvi, Tanmay, you got the left. चलो भाई, कौन रह गया यार? फटाफट यार, एडमिन पुट देम इन द वेटिंग रूम यार. कपीश को भी और ये सब जो भी रिमेनिंग फोक्स है. ठीक है, डन. सो ग्रेट. सो कीप योर कैमरास ऑन एंड ब्रह्मजीत का पहले मैसेज आ गया. आई कैन प्लेज टू कन्वर्ट माय कॉल्स. ठीक है, गुड, ग्रेट यार, सुपर. चलिए स्टार्ट करते हैं भाई. लेट्स गेट द पार्टी स्टार्टेड. कपल ऑफ थिंग बिफोर वी गेट स्टार्टेड. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, वी ऑलवेज चेक योर परसेंटाइज आल्सो. तो XLRI, as you guys know, that they don't discriminate openly when it comes to any of the categories for sure. So we will talk about your percentiles, क्या करना है, and we're gonna have a lot of fun today. And also you'll have your seniors joining in a couple of minutes. So Mehak is already there with us, and we also will be joining Abhishek, and Kislay भी join करेगा थोड़ी देर के बाद. शुरू करते हैं भाई. First thing first, I would like to know your percentiles. XLRI HR BM. So type in your calls quickly, फटाफट. If you got an XLRI HR call or a BM call or both, just type in both. That's going to be great help, huh? Everyone. Just type in your code. Okay, good. XLRI BM, both. Okay, both call, Excel, both, BM 96.9. Great. Good. Both. सबकी both हैं. बहुत ही बढ़िया. Good यार. And how many people are there with the only HRM or only BM? कोई ऐसा है? Only HRM, only BM. Okay, great. Only HRM, only BM. Okay, great. Yeah. Only HRM, only BM, only HRM, only BM, only HR, only BM. Okay, only HRM, only HRM, only HRM. Okay, good. ठीक है, good. Okay, YouTube family भी जुड़ी हुई है भाई. Only BM, only BM, only BM, only BM. Okay, only BM, only H. ठीक है. काफी कम लोग हैं only BM वाले और only HRM वाले, which is okay. And रत्नाला है, जानवी है, प्रणव है, देबा है और दिशा है. Okay, good. Final checks. Just type in your percentile as well. Quickly, फटाफट type in your percentile. What's your percentile? That's going to be hit. Or 98.3, okay, 98.45, 98.26, 99.83, 96.62, 98.86, 94.2, 99, 97, okay, good stuff. Okay, बढ़िया. 99, 91.3, Ishika, 94, 97, 96 point. Ishika, कौन सी कॉल है आपकी? I'm just checking the lowest and the highest percentile of getting call. Arnav का 86 पे भी कॉल है, लोकेश का 92 पे भी कॉल है, 97 पे भी कॉल है. Okay, 97, 98.66. All right, good stuff. Great. हाईएस्ट बीइंग 99.67 दिख रहा है अभी. 99.67 क्योंकि और ऊपर है. ओके, 99.22, 99.83, 99.83 आयुष एंड 99.60, 99.44. ओके, सुपर. ठीक है भाई, बढ़िया. ओके, 99.2. ओके, गुड. चलो भाई, बढ़िया. एक मैं हमेशा चेक करता हूँ यार, ऑलवेज चेक दिस अप. वो पुराने वाले कौन है तुम में से? एनीबडी लाइक ओल्ड वन कौन है? CATKing टर्बो इंटेंसिव, जस्ट टाइप इन टर्बो इंटेंसिव. पुराने वाले कौन है? turbo intensive or mocks with the old CATKing family as well. Okay, good. Turbo mocks, intensive. Okay, good. ठीक है, बढ़िया. Okay, lovely. Intensive, Madhav, Samarth, Satvik, Arnav. All right, good. Superb. Thank you for updating this. ठीक है. और जो नए जुड़े हो CATKing family के अंदर, welcome. Let's target to convert your calls as well. ठीक है, खूब मेहनत करेंगे. Quick final check. Are you guys enjoying the GDPA program so far? Yes or no? Are you guys enjoying the GDPA program? Yes or no? You guys can unmute and say as well. Okay,
Yes, sir.
yes. Okay. Superb. Okay, yes. Yes, sir. Okay, good. ठीक है भाई. Let's go and speak to your seniors and have fun today. और शुरू करते हैं. Mehak, are you live? I'm just waiting for Kislay to also join in.
I
Mehak,
think उसने अभी join करा था. He did join.
Kislay कहाँ है? Kislay.
I am here, sir.
ओए Kislay, क्या हाल है भाई?
ठीक है सर.
बढ़िया. दिख नहीं रहा तू?
सर कैमरा थोड़ा इशू है अभी.
अच्छा, बाहर घूम रहा है क्या?
हाँ, थोड़ी देर बाहर था.
ठीक है, डन. ठीक है, लेट्स बिगिन. सो व्हाई डोंट यू गाइस क्विकली, एक्चुअली इसमें कैमरा थोड़ा ऑन करोगे तो बढ़िया है, बिकॉज ऑन द स्क्रीन आई वी कांट सी योर नेम व्हेन यू गाइस आर टॉकिंग. सो हु वांट्स टू गो फर्स्ट? Mehak, you want to go first?
Yeah, sir.
ग्रेट. जस्ट बिफोर दैट, ये सब एक्सपीरियंस लोग हैं. आई वाज जस्ट चेकिंग द लास्ट ईयर. किससे तेरे टाइम पे महक वाज देयर राइट व्हेन यू गॉट एन इंटरव्यू कॉल?
हाँ.
Yeah, so I was just checking. Meg, तू as I said पूर्वज हो चुकी है. I was checking out your last year का experience. So you were there and you
Yeah.
come back. Superb. आते रहना.
Yes, sir. Definitely.
Brilliant. चलो भाई, you can read through the last year one only, but let's begin with the starting. Meg, if you can talk about your percentile, you can talk about your profile, and how was your interview going back those 2 years down the memory line, and let's begin.
So my percentile was, I think, 90.3. And yeah, so my profile is that I'm a fresher. I did my BCom honors from Delhi University. And about the interview, so I think for me, like what I come here and say on CATKing always is that even if you have a low percentile, guys, interview can be make or break. That's what happened with me. So if I talk about my interview, so it was a lot about the books I read. So, they ask you what hobbies you have. And I do actually read a lot. So there was one prof who reads a lot as well. So he actually questioned me a lot on the books I'd read, like from internally ki books mein tha kya about the characters as well. So, whatever you say, you have to be very sure about what you say because profs sort of know everything. So that was one thing that I vibed अच्छे से with the prof who read a lot of books. The second thing was that I had my minor in management. So they knew that I had studied a little bit of HR, OB, etc. So they actually cross-questioned me a lot of theories and actual names, and they gave me a lot of situations. Ki agar aisa hoga with an employee, what would you do? And a lot of stuff like that. So I had a proper HR fire round with the prof, which I could answer because I had actually studied, because I knew that मैंने HR पढ़ा है. So that was the thing. So my interview was a lot about this. And why you want to do MBA? Why are you shifting from BCom honors to MBA? Stuff like that. So very basics. But for me, it was very, very HR centric because they obviously had to see, because I had low percentile, they had to see whether I can be a good fit for HR or not. That's what I feel. So my interview was mostly this.
Super. मैं तो लास्ट ईयर के नोट्स भी रेफर कर रहा था. So are we allowed to tell where you placed in all? अब तो बता सकते हैं ना Mehak?
Yeah, अभी तो हो गई placements. I'm placed at the SR group for HR.
Which group?
SR, ESSAR.
Oh,
Yeah.
SR group. Oh, okay, great.
Yeah.
ठीक है. And going back the again memory line, so I was just checking your last year as well. So you were being asked about ये तेरे interviews के experiences है when you were telling last year. Books, tech thing you've done. They asked you on the tech as well?
I don't even remember tech. I don't think, not tech because my background is not tech, but technical questions they asked a lot. So for technical, for HR basically like that.
Okay, also technical for HR, great. I think they will ask about what frameworks you use as well. Maslow's theories, etc. All these things were asked.
So I think basics HR theory, so they should definitely do if they have an HR interview. Even if it does not come up, you can sort of use that theory by not taking the name of the theory. So if you play that smart, they'll see that okay, HR stuff.
Got it. Superb. And what frameworks you use? They were asking about frameworks as well. There was that technical on the HR side.
I think for me it was something about goal setting theory and how you would do that to motivate employees who do not want to work.
Mm-hmm.
So usme they gave me a lot of situations and how I would use it.
Okay, got it. Goal setting theories as well. Great, yeah. And overall, HR professors तो Excel के मतलब धमाल ही हैं. I've met couple of them. So Gurunathan sir being one of them.
Yeah, good sir.
Just talk a little bit about the personality of them. So I was lucky to spend time with the Sharma sir, Gurunathan sir, and Munish Thakur sir. Did you talk to Munish
Yeah.
Thakur? Yeah.
No, I don't have his elective.
Oh, you had. Okay, great. He has I think he teaches strategy, if I'm not wrong.
Simulation, I think.
Simulation strategy, great. Talk about one of the professors. देख भाई Excel के professors थोड़े अलग हैं और most of them come from IIMs also, and Kanak Raj sir who heads placements also. They have their
Yeah.
own aura, what they carry about. So a little bit more about professors would be helpful, a generic gyan, so they are prepared.
So, well, what I noticed from interviews is that honestly, you just cannot double cross them. So, if you're saying, I love reading, and then they ask, okay, name any 10 books, and you fail to do that, I think that's a straight out for them. So, don't lie to them. Whatever you do, if you're genuine to them, they really appreciate it. So, I just don't think you should try to ever fool them or double cross them in the interviews. That can really backfire. Well, they're really smart people. But apart from that, if you actually respect what they're teaching. So if you're going for a BM interview and you try to say HR kuch nahi hota, that sort of things can, really go bad. So that's what I experienced throughout. So just respect whatever they're teaching, respect them, be nice, don't lie. Most of the times I think that's good enough.
Great. And are they strict in the class?
Some are fun as well. So it's a good mix.
Super good. I personally rank Excel के professors way above many of the top business schools for sure. अलग aura है, अलग charm है. Everybody's a different, unique person in itself, right?
Yeah, very true.
Super, great, yeah, great. Anything else do you want to share about the HR specific part when it comes to theories, etc. अब तो तूने पढ़ चुकी है पहले, तो क्या क्या चीजें पढ़ा दें एकदम highlights which these guys swear by.
So basic theories like सबको पता होती है Maslow theory, X and Y theory, एक दो motivation theories कर जाओ. You should know a little bit about जैसे HR में क्या आता है, like this compensation, there is employee retention, recruitment, थोड़ा सा बहुत basics you should know कि HR में होता है क्या actually. Industrial relations, you should just know that it exists. You don't have to know the law. So that's one thing. And I think for someone who's like an engineer, or you're just completely changing your stream to HR, you should have an exact answer and not just say, I just like talking to people, because that's not really a reason. So, knowing solidly why you want to do MBA, especially why you want to do HR, that is something they very much ask.
बहुत ही बढ़िया, great. So when I was talking to Gurunathan sir, one of the loved professors at XLRI, and I told him, sir, Excel is for whom, etc. is for the people who are talkative, communicative, social, etc. जो आप standard answers देते हो. He told me a very good answer which you guys can don't use it if he's in the class, but I think Mehak and Kislay would agree. So it's more, HR is more of systems. It's like implementation of systems, right? Mehak, you must have heard by this. तो क्या फर्क है system implementation और people management का, समझा थोड़ा.
So I think what he means is that a lot of times, even before MBA, I used to think HR is लोगों को पैसा दे दो, लोगों को ले आओ, but it's not that. So, when you're here, you'll understand that it is very much part of the strategy that an organization has. So it's not just a facilitator, but, you are actually there making big decisions. I think that is what Guru sir always says. तो ये मत सोचो कि तुम थोड़ा छोटा काम कर रहे हो, तुम खुद HR को रिस्पेक्ट देना स्टार्ट करो तो तुम्हें पक्का मिलेगी. I think that is exactly what he says.
True. Superb, यार, superb. Great, यार, great. And कई लोग मस्ती करते हैं. It's beyond Rangoli. It's beyond. Now the HRs are like, the business HR. So you go to the India's #1 HR school. तो थोड़ा सा पढ़ के जाइएगा and ये आंसर तो पक्का पता होना चाहिए. Great, यार. Mehak, this is lovely. And Mehak, how 2 years at XLRI? मजा?
They were so amazing. I am already sad that only 20 days are left. I think anyone who comes here, they'll have a blast. 2 years are very fun.
Super. और Mehak और हमने एक vlog किया था. Mehak last year था वो, है ना?
Yeah, I remember.
It was so much fun. It was so much fun. Great, yaar. Super. Thanks for coming back again, Mehak. I'm going to get back to you in a minute. Let me go to Kislay. Kislay. बहुत दिनों से big thank you to Mehak, यार. Thank you लिख दो फटाफट chat के अंदर. And बहुत amazing मंदिर की internship भी बहुत high class थी. तो अभी Mehak जा रही तो ये सब बातें कर सकते हैं. ठीक है, great. Kislay, can you hear us? Are you live?
Yes, sir, I can.
हाँ दिख रहा है किसलिए कहाँ बहुत बहुत अंधेरे में है तो कहाँ घूम रहे हो तुम लोग
कैंपस के ही अंदर ये रहा कैंपस।
अरे वाह कौन सी बिल्डिंग है नॉट एबल टू
एनएच
रिकलेक्ट
सर, एनएच।
अच्छा NH oh like lovely lovely great let's go boys and girls so Kislay joining it from Excel right तुम्हारे दो सीनियर आ चुके हैं Abhishek would be here shortly let's begin so Kislay
Sir,
quick
I'm here
introduction
actually.
hey Abhishek कैसा है भाई
Uh, Sir,
how are you
actually, I was not getting the access. Can I get a meeting code, sir? I'm not able to access the meeting code and the meeting link. I joined it through my phone, sir.
अच्छा so you want to get the meeting link okay I'll tell the team admin if you're listening to me just send it across ठीक है done
Thank you,
on
sir.
your way Abhishek on your way ठीक है done great Kislay let's go यार quick introduction that'll be great help
और हम फॉलो कर लेते हैं महक को, सीनियर भी है मेरी। तो 98.5 परसेंटाइल, फ्रेशर, बीजेएमसी, आईपीयू। हाँ, एंड उन्होंने जो बोला, हाँ, मेरा भी इंटरव्यू काफी हद तक वैसे ही था। मेरे से भी बुक्स के बारे में काफी पूछा था। फिर मेरा जो एसओपी था, किसी ने अभी चैट में क्वेश्चन पूछा था कि एसओपी को रेफर करते हैं क्या। तो मेरे एसओपी में पोएट्री वर्ड 2 बार मेंशन था। तो माय क्वेश्चन वाज, इन बीएम इंटरव्यू, हाउ विल पोएट्री हेल्प यू इन अंडरस्टैंडिंग बिजनेस, एंड एचआर इंटरव्यू, हाउ विल पोएट्री हेल्प यू इन अंडरस्टैंडिंग एचआर। तो अपने एसओपी पे थोड़ा ध्यान देना, क्योंकि दे कैन आस्क एनीथिंग फ्रॉम देयर इफ दे फाइंड इट रिलेवेंट। और एक्सेल इंटरव्यूज थोड़े रैंडम भी होते हैं, दे कैन आस्क थिंग्स दैट आर not predictable. They stress test you. They question you on your life choices. मेरा इंटरव्यू कोइंसिडेंटली गुरुनाथन सर ने लिया था, तो he questioned my life choices every step of the way कि
किसने
why
लिया
did
था
you do, गुरुनाथन सर ने लिया था, one of
Oh,
the panelists.
great. Superb.
तो he just made sent me into an existential crisis कि तुमने साइंस की 12th में, फिर तुम जर्नलिज्म करने लगे, अब तुम एचआर में आ रहे हो, आर यू श्योर अबाउट व्हाट यू वांट टू डू, aren't you making the same mistakes in your life?
That's so Gurunathan sir talking, right?
हाँ, but after a while, if you hold your ground or just be convincing in your arguments, he'll respond very well. And he made me feel very comfortable even during the interview. Uh, in my BM interview, I think I was asked to rank all the Indian states by thinking of 5 metrics by myself, selecting how those metrics will be measured. So anything can happen in there. मेरा जर्नलिज्म बैकग्राउंड था, तो मेरे से वो भी पूछा था कि डज इंडिया नीड मोर जर्नलिस्ट्स और मैनेजर्स।
क्या
पर
आंसर किया
काफी
तूने
फन।
क्यूरियस टू नो
अब मैनेजमेंट का इंटरव्यू था, मैनेजर ही बोला। आई सेड कि वी हैव द सिस्टम्स इन प्लेस। लकीली मेरा पिछले दिन ही पेपर था, तो आई रिमेम्बर्ड इंडिया में कितने न्यूज स्टेशन हैं, कितने रेडियो स्टेशन हैं, कितने न्यूज पेपर्स हैं। तो आई सेड वी हैव द रिसोर्सेज इन प्लेस, वी जस्ट नीड द राइट पीपल टू मैनेज अस एंड टेक अस टू अ डिफरेंट डायरेक्शन। तो वर्कड आउट आई थिंक।
Superb, yeah, superb. And you're doing your HR, right?
हाँ,
HRM.
एचआर।
Superb, yeah. Great, great, great. Superb. A little bit more about the professors. Like if you have to talk a little bit in detail about the professors, how they are. Imagine one or two, don't name them. Imagine one or two in front of your eyes and tell them because I know people who have been taking their interviews past couple of years and इनको भी पता चल जाएगा these are all famous दिग्गज लोग but still you want to name a few and don't name a few but talk about the personalities what HR Excel professors have.
हाँ, तो व्हाट आई कैन से इज कि द पीपल here who teach us, तो जो हमें वेज डिटर्मिनेशन पढ़ाते हैं, वो इंडिया के 7th और 6th वेज कमीशन, पे कमीशन पे बैठे थे। तो वो आपको वेज डिटर्मिनेशन सिखा रहे हैं, जो इंडिया में क्या वेज होनी चाहिए वो डिसाइड कर। तो उन प्रोफेसर से सीखने का आपको मौका मिलता है। देर आर
Wow.
प्रोफेसर हु हैव बीन टीचिंग फॉर 35 years. Alums come and meet them, and when you see them respecting them so much, bowing their heads, talking about them with great respect, you understand that the place where you are is much greater than yourself. Professors बहुत अच्छे हैं, as you said, all of them are different from one another. There are things that you need to take care of when you study in their classes. Some of them are strict, some of them are not, but all of them are unbelievably nice, and you just feel. I always say this: my Excel interviews were in my top 3 most fun interviews because every question was different. I was not asked those routine questions at any point in time, जो बाकी इंटरव्यूज में होता है, which was fun.
Great, yeah, great. Superb. And dashboard and everything was helpful during your preparation as well?
Yes, ये तो मतलब अब तो मेरे को आदत हो गई है बोलने की, ऐसा लगता है.
अब
But
तो आज जब जैट का सेशन करते थे बोलते हाँ सर डैशबोर्ड पूरा पड़ा हुआ है देख लो सर आप. ग्रेट. सुपर यार. And
dashboard
I keep
is very helpful. हाँ
बोल सॉरी say it again.
हाँ सर, आई वाज सेइंग कि जो आंसर्स बनाने के लिए जो वीडियोस हैं,
हम्म
मेरे टाइम पे थे, अभी भी होंगे मेरे हिसाब से, वो
हम्म
काफी हेल्पफुल थे मेरे लिए, बिकॉज दोज वर द ओनली स्टार्टिंग पॉइंट्स और एंडिंग पॉइंट्स आई हैड फॉर फ्रेमिंग
हम्म
माय आंसर्स. वहीं से बने थे सब, और ठीक ही है, सही गया
हम्म.
सब.
बढ़िया. अब तो तू खुद एचआर के इंटरव्यूज लेगा. अब तो तेरा फर्स्ट ईयर खत्म होने आया है. अब तो तू
हाँ
आके नेक्स्ट लेवल ज्ञान दे सकता है ना. गुड यार
हाँ,
गुड.
होपफुली.
बाय द वे किसने कितना 21 हो गया 22 ईयर्स ओल्ड?
21.5.
21 and a half. Mehak, तू कितने साल की है? Mehak, how old are you? 21? If Mehak is around still.
Yeah, I'm 22.
22. Great. So, bhai, one of the best HR school has 21, 22-year also, and they're going to be your HR soon in one of the top companies. Yeah. Great. Isliye, are you allowed to talk about your summer internship?
आई थिंक आई कैन टेल नाउ. ऑफर
Hmm.
लेटर अभी आया नहीं है, तो आई थिंक आई शुड नॉट. जिंक्स नहीं करना चाहिए. बिग
Yeah,
एफएमसीजी कंपनी.
yeah. I
The
know.
name is like it rhymes with his name. Now people can guess.
Name is which rhymes with his name. Kislay. What's that, yeah? Kislay. क्या है भाई? मैं नहीं गेस कर पा रहा हूँ. अच्छा
आपको
ओ.
डीएम करके बता देंगे.
आ गया डीएम में सबने पिंग कर दिया है. ठीक है. समझ गया मैं. ओके लवली सुपर मैन सुपर. कांग्रेट्स किसले वंस अगेन. ओके लेट्स गो टू कुछ पार्टिंग थॉट बता दे एचआर के बारे में. व्हेन आई विल कम टुवर्ड्स देन विल डू अ ग्रुप काइंड ऑफ सेशन टुवर्ड्स. तू मैं और अभिषेक बात करेंगे. बट एनी वन लाइनर व्हिच विल टेल देम लाइक प्रिपरेशन के लिए क्या करूं.
प्रिपरेशन के लिए जस्ट जैसे बिफोर माय इंटरव्यू,
हम्म
मेरा एचआर में कोई बैकग्राउंड नहीं था. लाइक महक हैड स्टडीड ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल बिहेवियर और वो सब. आई हैड नॉट स्टडीड एनीथिंग, तो दे डिडंट आस्क मी एनीथिंग. मेरे से उन्होंने नहीं पूछे एचआर के थियोरीज. दे डिडंट एक्सपेक्ट मी टू नो देम एंड दे डिडंट आस्क मी दैट. मेरे से शायद बेसिक चीजें पूछी कि तुम्हें करना ही क्यों है. एंड बिफोर माई इंटरव्यू आई हैड ब्रश्ड अप ऑन लेबर लॉज, क्योंकि मेरे को ऐसा लगा कि आई हैड सीन द कोर्स आउटलाइन और उसमें लेबर लॉज पे काफी सब्जेक्ट्स थे. इन
हम्म
तो मेरे को लगा ये पढ़ लेते हैं. तो उन्होंने मेरे से लेबर लॉस के बारे में पूछा एंड आई वाज एबल टू आंसर अ फ्यू थिंग्स. तो जस्ट पुट इन एफर्ट. आई थिंक दे आर, जब वो तुमसे वाई एचआर पूछ रहे हैं, तो आई थिंक वो खुद भी जज कर रहे हैं कि तुम खुद भी एफर्ट डाल रहे हो या नहीं. वो नहीं जान वो यहाँ सिखा देंगे तुमको एचआर. कोई एक्सपेक्ट नहीं कर रहा है कि तुम सारी एचआर थ्योरीज पढ़ के आ जाओ अपने घर से. बस एफर्ट दिखना चाहिए इंटरव्यूज में.
Brilliant. And this is a no-brainer ना. Why HR क्वेश्चन अगर सही से आंसर नहीं कर पाए या why BM नहीं कर पाए तो I've seen people being sent home. और पूरा इंटरव्यू इसी के ऊपर चल रहा है कि you have to convince them कि तुम why you are fit for an HR and they are saying the otherwise. Right?
और हाँ,
किसले? हाँ
एक चीज और सर, जो आपने प्रेफरेंस डाला होगा, अपना पैकिंग डाली होगी एचआर और बीएम, तो एक स्टैंडर्ड क्वेश्चन है इन एवरी इंटरव्यू. बेसिकली दे आस्क कि बीएम में दे आस्क कि व्हाट हैव यू प्रेफर्ड ओवर एचआर और बीएम, एंड एचआर में भी द सेम. सो डोंट आंसर रॉन्ग. झूठ मत बोल देना कि एचआर में एचआर को बोल दिया, बीएम में बीएम को बोल दिया, क्योंकि उनके पास होती है वो लिस्ट. और फिर आप झूठ बोलने के लिए तो सीधे ही रिजेक्ट हो जाओगे. तो बी ऑनेस्ट विद.
टू दैट. नहीं वो गुरुनाथन सर सामने बैठेंगे झूठ निकलेगा ही नहीं. बस 1 मिनट में क्लियर हो जाएगा इनका कि कितना इनको झूठ बोलना है नहीं बोलना है. ठीक है.
ट्रू,
वन
मेरे को तो अभी अभी पढ़ा है, लास्ट टाइम उन्हीं का था.
हाउ दे फन.
वेरी फन. वही है जो पे कमीशन पे वही बैठते हैं.
अच्छा application वही बैठते हैं. वाह सुपर यार. वो I love him among all the great people who are there as well. सुपर यार. ग्रेट. चलिए भाई लेट्स डू अभिषेक are you live? Can you hear us?
Yeah, hello, sir.
हाय अभिषेक क्या हाल है भाई? लॉन्ग टाइम.
I'm good. How are you, sir?
बहुत ही बढ़िया. बहुत. मैं अक्सर आता हूँ तो मुझे मिला ही नहीं यार.
हाँ, मतलब मैं आपको देखा था, बट आप
हाँ.
काफी ज्यादा बिजी थे बहुत सारे लोगों के साथ. तो
अच्छा
उस टाइम पे मैं रश थ्रू कर रहा था क्लास के बीच में. तो
अच्छा.
मैं सोचा आपके साथ कैचअप करूंगा, बट फिर थोड़ा लेट हो गया.
कोई नहीं. We'll catch up the other time. Great. Thanks for joining in back again यार.
प्लेजर,
So
सर.
let's begin. Yeah. Great seeing you man. अभी महक तो पूर्व जो की है. अब महक तो ग्रेजुएट हो जाएगी और तुम दोनों की संभालना है अगले साल भी आके. You have to come and help these guys as well. ठीक है. ग्रेट। चलो भाई, पहली बात तो प्लेज लिखो जरा चैट के अंदर, एवरीवन हु इज लिसनिंग टू दिस वीडियो। अगले साल सामने से तुम्हारा मैसेज आना चाहिए, सर एक्सेल का कॉल आ गया है, कुछ हेल्प चाहिए तो बताओ। लिखो जरा, अगर तुम्हारा कन्वर्ट हुआ तो लिखो फटाफट प्लेज इन द चैट, फटाफट। इतना काम करना है तुम्हें कैटकिंग फैमिली के लिए। समझ सेज प्लेज, ओके ग्रेट। रेस्ट ऑफ द फॉक्स जल्दी जल्दी फटाफट, इतना काम क्यों? ओके, अनन्या सेज प्लेज, ऑलराइट ग्रेट। दिशा सेज प्लेज, ग्रेट ग्रेट। गर्ग सेज प्लेज, ओके आई कन्वर्ट एक्सेल कॉल, सुपर। ये हुई ना बात भाई, ठीक है। इट्स अ गुड फैमिली व्हाट वी हैव मेड for Excel. Janvi says pledge. This is amazing. Great यार। चलो भाई अभिषेक, let's begin with you and थोड़ा फटाफट प्रोफाइल बता दे अपना and talk about your interview experience as well. Let's go.
So basically, I did my engineering in electrical engineering, and then I was working with PwC for almost 4 years. So I come with a lot of work experience as compared to the other two, like Mehak. वो उन
Yeah.
लोग के कंपेयर में मेरा काफी, आप एज पूछ रहे थे, मुझे लग रहा था व्हेन इट कम्स टू मी मैं कैसे बताऊंगा। तो अपार्ट मैं पीडब्ल्यूसी में आई वाज अ टेक्नोलॉजी कंसल्टेंट। उसके बाद आई करेंटली आई एम इन XLRI as an HR student, and I'll be joining Marico after like few months.
Great, great, super. Congrats for मेरी को यार। पीपीओ है कि कैसा है?
समर इंटर्न में ही था, PPO था।
ओह लवली। तो सेकंड तूने तो बहुत ऐश करी होगी यार।
चल रहा है अभी, वो है जैसे महक ने कहा 20 दिन बचे हैं, तो बस दिन गिन रहे हैं।
Super.
कुछ ही दिन बचे हैं, बट गुड टाइम दैट वी स्पेंट ओवर
बहुत
हियर।
बहुत ही बढ़िया। तो भाई पीपीओ निकालना बहुत ही अलग वाइब होती है यहाँ पे। और कोशिश करना कि अगर तुम्हारा अच्छा समर इंटर्नशिप होगा तो पीपीओ पक्का निकाल के जाना। तो सेकंड ईयर अलग ही, आई गॉट थ्रू पीपीओ एट एसपी लॉन्ग बैक इन जी। तो सेकंड ईयर वाज गुड। एंड फिर रिसेशन हो ना हो, आगे हो पीछे हो, कुछ पता नहीं है, प्लेसमेंट तो ऊपर नीचे जाती रहती है। बट yeah, I was talking to Kanak Raj sir during a walk at XLRI. Kanak Raj sir heads the placement there, and Excel is still staying strong. The reason being Excel, and reason being Excel known for HR. So सब इनकी हैं यार, क्या सब कंपनीज के अंदर इनके लोग बैठे हुए हैं एट द टॉप पोजीशंस। ग्रेट, लेट्स गो यार। अभिषेक।
So my interview was like I had both calls for BM and HR, and I had a wait list of BM and I got converted to HR. Wait list मेरा BM का move नहीं किया था, HR का move किया, joined HR. So sir, both the interviews मैंने क्योंकि दिया था तो मुझे stark difference दिखा था। जैसे कि first I'll focus on the BM interview, which I was not able to make through seamlessly, I would say. So mainly like others repeated, I will repeat that thing, that percentile is not the factor over here. It's not the game changer. If you have got a call from XLRI, that means you have equally good chances of converting and making into XLRI. So please keep that in mind. Don't get bogged up with कि मेरा percentile कम है. I was a general engineering male candidate with 4 years of work ex, and I did not have a very high percentile. So, but मेरा भी mindset ये था. I know a lot of people are getting bogged down with this, but एकदम नहीं. We have to focus on the basics. कि when right now we have the call, so we have to focus on just the interview, because I think, and others will also agree, that interview ka weightage is a lot when it comes to XLRI. If you crack the interview, if you have a great interview, your chances of getting into XLRI is much more. Score तभी उतना शायद मैटर भी नहीं करता। तो ये तो एकदम फर्स्ट, एवरीबडी शुड कीप दैट इन माइंड। और जैसा महक ने भी कहा, पीपल प्रोफेसर्स आर बहुत वेरी एक्सपीरियंस्ड ओवर हियर, and they have been taking interviews of so many candidates that we can't even count of. So please be authentic, be original. Do not try to fake anything, or make something up just in the interview. Be very well prepared. When I say well prepared, I mean to say that have an opinion or perspective about everything that you like, that interests you. Not only that, but something about your domain. So if you're a fresher और आपने engineering करा है, so have a perspective about a lot of things कि engineering का अभी क्या latest trends चल रहा है। अगर आपने कुछ और study किया है, if you have work experience, then you should have a perspective कि हाँ मैंने ये काम किया, इसका क्या impact था, मैंने क्या मतलब what all changes that you got through. So have a L1, L2, L3 perspective about all your strong points and your interests. So that is something that they look into a lot.
Great, great. And sometimes only I've seen people like, going around the GK side as well. So did they ask you anything on the BM interview regarding GK or the business know-how or
So,
what's happening in the global politics, geopolitics?
right. So my BM interview was sort of very technical. So they wanted to know about my electrical background, what I did over there, and they wanted to also know about. So it was 50-50, I would say. 50% focused on my background as a UG, and 50% focused on my work experience. So when it comes to my UG, I would say they asked me some theoretical questions regarding thermodynamics, bit regarding power plants. Because my dad used to work in my dad was a is work currently he's also working in a power plant. So they asked me my perspective on that. Then moving on, they asked me about my work experience. So typical behavioral questions like what are the challenges, or what is that something you did out of the box, you went above and beyond. So these sort of questions are very common. People with work experience should be very thorough with their behavioral questions. Like tell me about an experience where you were in a team setup and you managed things well. So you have to have answers like in and out. Again, when I say answers, you should always have L1, L2, L3, because matlab, they won't stop
Sorry,
at the
give an example of L1, L2, L3.
so when I say ki, for example, tell me about a situation which was tough. So I'll tell about a situation which is tough, and I'll follow the general star convention when I come to my answer. Ki
Yeah.
situation kya tha, task kya tha. That way I'll follow. And then they'll ask me ki, okay, this would happen. Then what? Right now, what would you have done differently so that you could have tackled it? So they will not stop there. They will go to L2. Ki okay, this you have stated. So टेल मी कि ये तुमको इतना बड़ा प्रॉब्लम लगा, ये तुमको इतना बड़ा टैकल, ये इतना बड़ा तुमको सिचुएशन दिक्कत वाला लगा, तो अभी तुम क्या डिफरेंटली करते जो तुम इसको अच्छा स्ट्रीमलाइन करते। तो वो पर्सपेक्टिव जो होता है ना कि आप तभी बोल पाओगे जब आपके पास वो ओरिजिनलिटी या फिर ऑथेंटिसिटी है विद स्टोरी, सो दैट यू नो द स्टोरी इन एंड आउट, यू कैन कवर अप. So that you should always be, always be well prepared with all the stories. Like basic questions, like tell me about yourself. The
Yeah.
interview might go like I have talked to a lot of my friends here at XLRI. So सबका interview experience is very, very specific to their domain, their experience. So, but this thing is very common. Ki tell me about yourself will take you to different places in an interview. Like for example, tell me about yourself can have such a certain key points which might help the interviewer to be interested in you. So ये सब questions like महक और किशले ने भी emphasize किया कि why HR, why BM. ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट हो जाता है बिकॉज एक्सेलराई में पीपल वांट टू हैव लाइक द प्रोफेसर्स वांट टू हैव अ क्लियर ओपिनियन कि व्हाई डू यू वांट टू डू दिस, नॉट जस्ट बिकॉज कि सब आ गए, मतलब दैट इज लाइक द जनरल आंसर, बट देन यू हैव टू हैव अ सॉलिड बैकिंग कि व्हाई डू यू वांट टू डू दिस. एंड दैट इज नॉट जस्ट विद व्हाई बीएम, व्हाई एचआर, टेल मी अबाउट योरसेल्फ. दैट इज विद एवरीथिंग. लाइक व्हाई वाज दैट चैलेंजिंग टू यू, व्हाई वाज दैट समथिंग, व्हाई डू यू थिंक दैट इज अबव एंड बियॉन्ड फॉर यू.
Great, yeah, this is so amazing. ये क्वेश्चन पूछ रहे हैं क्या? Anybody can answer, महक और किसले एंड यू. यार बीएम के लिए पूछ रहे हैं कि why not BM और why not HR? What if you don't make it? ऐसा कुछ क्वेश्चन पूछ रहे हैं. तो which is your preference type जो तुमने fill up किया है? How much to diss the other one? And you must have dissed the other one. But क्या तेरा thought process क्या था, अभिषेक?
तो बेसिकली मेरा प्रेफरेंस में एज यूजुअल बीएम था, फिर एचआर था. सो मैंने अपना एक्सपीरियंस से उसको एक्सप्लेन किया था कि सिंस आई वाज इन अ टेक बैकग्राउंड इन अ कंसल्टिंग रोल, सो मुझे आई एम अगेन यू हैव टू इट्स ऑल अबाउट प्रूविंग देम टू द पॉइंट कि सर मुझे दोनों में इंटरेस्ट है, मुझे दोनों करना है, आप मुझे ले लो. बट यू कांट से दैट डायरेक्टली, राइट? सो यू हैव टू टेल देम दैट सर बीएम इज समथिंग दैट आई वाज इनिशियली परस्यूडेड बिकॉज मेरा वर्क का एक्सपीरियंस उधर अलाइन कर रहा है और मेरे को थोड़ा लग रहा है कि मैं प्रॉडमैन या कंसल्टिंग में जा सकता हूँ विद माय एक्सपीरियंस. तो ये मैंने बीएम में चिपकाया. और जब मुझे पूछा गया कि एचआर में व्हाई डिड यू पिक बीएम फर्स्ट एंड देन व्हाई एचआर, तो मैंने ये बोला कि सर एचआर इज समथिंग दैट मुझे इट वाज समथिंग पोस्ट कोविड आई अंडरस्टूड व्हाट एचआर फंक्शन इज एट पीडब्ल्यूसी. बिफोर दैट आई डिड नॉट know what HR is. I used to think it's just recruitment and organizing stuff, but the intricity, the strategy part of it, ये सब बोलना पड़ा और क्या. So that is how you explain it. You give him some examples. So I would believe that people with work experience now should come up with examples. Some policy that you felt changed your life. Like for example, I had some mental health day off at PwC. I told them that during the COVID times, I was also stressed because my parents were also suffering from COVID. बहुत मतलब घर पे रह के सारा काम करना was always hectic. So I gave that example, and in some way or the other, I think ये सब जो पर्सनल एक्सपीरियंसेस को इंटरव्यू में लेके आना इज समथिंग विच इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. लाइक मैंने बोला कि वो पॉलिसी जो चेंज आया वो मुझे बहुत इम्पैक्ट किया पर्सनली, मैं बहुत मोटिवेटेड किया काम करने के लिए. एंड आई थॉट दैट समबडी बिहाइंड द सीन्स इज वर्किंग सो हार्ड, टॉयलिंग सो हार्ड, सो दैट आई कैन वर्क efficiently. So that way I pitched my way into HR. कि why am I inclined towards it?
Great, yeah, great. This is so amazing. Great. So we can do an open house right now. बहुत सारे questions आ रहे हैं अभी. We can take your questions as well. You guys can choose your panelist. अगर तुम्हें कुछ question है तो आप लोग question भी पूछ सकते हो. And also by the time I will also tell you, recommend you go through these dockets, and these are really amazing. And the one line which actually moved me is the first into experience. And ये सबको देखनी चाहिए. If you're joining Excel, I'm telling you again and again, Excel के interviews as compared to last year थोड़े chill थे. But at the time of Mehak and those guys, it was still on the more of the aggressive side. Panelists are cutting you in between. Like for example, सिर्फ ये देख लो, ये देख के तुम्हारे लिए game changer होगा. Introduce yourself. And my second sentence was, from my life experiences until now, I believe that I can do anything. In fact, anybody can do anything. Later talked about startups. I'd selected for the incubation for the MSME Development Institute. Panelist one, interrupting because of my voice lag. Don't give us classes wale answers. Tell something like casually on which we can talk about. So I can so imagine an Excel professor talking about, or Gurunathan sir also pinpointing it and saying like, what is going on, right? Or right, Abhishek? Or maybe one of the top professors, what do you guys have? So last time,
Yeah,
Ballab sir.
like I think, sir, आप सही बोल रहे हैं. मतलब every professor wants to have a conversation out of, like, at the end of the day, in an interview, they want to have a conversation with you. And how, how comfortable you make, like the professor makes you in that conversation, you make the professor comfortable in that conversation, the chances of you converting will increase.
Super, great. So we'll do another session in detail with your Excel alumni as well. तो इनके साथ और भी बातें करेंगे. And they can talk about anything like how Mumbai can achieve net zero carbon emission by 2050. Just go through this sheet. It's a really amazing sheet. और हमने Excel link वालों को भी request किया था to get these into experiences. ये update भी करवाया हुआ है. And there are about I think 56 into experiences. Go through them. It's going to be really helpful. All right, great. Any question you guys have from Mehak or Abhishek or Kislay? Go ahead on the chat. Okay, Madhav का एक question है. I'm shortly for BM program. Madhav, you can unmute and you can ask. हाँ भाई, Samarth, you can unmute and you can ask. Okay, any more questions? You can take any questions. Unmute, फटाफट. Yeah, Madhav, Samarth.
Yeah, hi people. So I just had this question. Like, I in my work ex, like, I don't have a lot of substantial stuff to talk about, but I've done a lot of things in my extracurriculars. So can I bring in to the conversation so that I can play on that?
Yeah, who wants to answer? Abhishek?
Okay, I'll answer that. So I'll always say, don't force something into an interview. Let the interview flow in one direction. And when you can always put in, certain key places where you can excite the other person who is interviewing you. Like if you're talking about extracurricular, maybe you have done something good in your extracurricular that you can tell me about yourself. And if the person is actually interested in knowing more about it, he will ask you somewhere or the other. But I think don't keep this in mind that okay, this is my strength, so I have to play in those areas only. Be open-minded, have like we just talked, me and sir. It should be more of a conversation where you can also say, sir, okay, these are the things that I don't know, maybe I'll learn it, but these are the things I know. So again, it's very situation based, I would say. The situation के ऊपर आपको उस time पे act करना पड़ेगा.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Okay, great. ठीक है भाई. Any more questions? Yeah. यार
Yes, sir.
कैमरा ऑन कर एक सेल्फी भी खींचते हैं यार. Everyone camera on for like 10 seconds and एक सेल्फी खींचेंगे and then we can continue for next 5 minutes more. हाँ भाई. Okay, रचित देवा इश्क I can see. मैं तू भी आ जाइए, मेरी अगले साल की पीपीटी में जाएगा यार. ठीक है. Okay, good. किसले कहाँ गया? Okay, Mehak is back here. Great. Okay, Bhavya is there. Okay, everyone, फटाफट 30 seconds. Okay, Samarth is there. Good. Who's left? Ayush, Satvik, Ratmala, फटाफट चारुश्रिया, लोकेश. जल्दी जल्दी जल्दी. Okay. Good stuff. ठीक है. हाँ, rest of the folks. आशीष, अभिषेक, अमन, स्पर्श, बंसल, माधव. ठीक है. स्माइल करो भाई. एवरीवन स्माइल फटाफट. स्माइल एवरीवन. Okay, great. Thank you. Great. और questions, Q&A. हाँ भाई बताइए.
Sir, I have a question.
हाँ, go ahead.
Sir, I have been shortlisted for BM program, but I am interested in HRM. So can I still say in the interview that I want to build my career in HRM?
Very good question. Who wants to answer this? किसले तू करेगा कि महक तू करेगी? महक, you want to go ahead? हाँ.
Yeah. Do you have an HR call or not? I did not get that part.
I don't have an HRM call. I've only been shortlisted for BM.
No, then obviously don't say that. I mean, if you want BM, tell them that you love BM. Otherwise, so they'll not give you anything.
Okay.
Actually, I had a question on the similar lines. So in my application form that I had for ZAT, I have filled preference as HRM. But can I actually change that while giving the BM interview? Like, not just because I want to do BM for BM and HRM for HRM. It's just that I actually feel BM would be a better option. So, can I say BM in both HRM and BM interview, or should I stick with the answer which I have written in my application form?
Abhishek, Mehak, whoever wants to take it.
Uh, um, so for this, I would say, like you want to focus for BM, right? Your focus is to get into BM.
Yes. So, Abhishek, it's pretty much similar situation. My work is in Deloitte Consulting. So,
Okay, correct. So see, here you have to be very tricky. So you cannot afford to lose any of those calls. You have to, like, can you afford to lose the HR call? No, right? You want to get, like, given a choice, would you take that choice? No, right? So in that way, if you don't want to do
yes.
HR and you're very much determined that HR is not the course or not the line for me, then maybe you can emphasize on that. But I would say, on a general healthy note, beat any interview that you give in your life, don't say anything negative about anything. Anything, beat anything. That don't say negative. कोई भी चीज अगर आप negative बोलते हो ना, it will haunt you back in that interview. So always keep positive, like, okay sir, HR is something that is a gray area for me, so maybe I thought maybe BM is something that I can opt for, so that something like that. Don't say कि HR is something I don't know, और एकदम नहीं पता, तो then he will go on asking you कि BM में तुम्हें क्या पता है, and then you'll be caught. You get it, what I'm trying to say, right?
Yes.
Yeah, don't get caught there. I'm telling you, these professors are different, यार. They'll not let you go. And वो शर्मिंदा करके भेजेंगे, जितना मैं जानता हूँ XLRI को. ठीक है रचित, थोड़ा ध्यान से. क्यों अभिषेक, am I right?
True sir, true sir. So that opportunity, please don't give it to them.
Yeah. They're waiting for that. They're amazing people who know their stuff, हाँ. ये दो तीन जो नाम मैंने बताए, कोई IIM अहमदाबाद है, कोई IIM कैलकटा है, वहां पे 5 साल रह चुके हैं. फिर 17 साल एक्सेल में है, कोई 18 साल एक्सेल में है, कोई 35 years एक्सेल में है. You will find a guy who has set up decision making. The inventor of so-called decision making section of that could be also interviewing you. I'm not sure sir take the interview. He's a pretty seasoned professional. तो veteran है वो वहाँ के. तो वो
It's
depend
12
करता है.
o'clock.
All
Sir,
right,
I
great.
have a
Any more?
question.
Yeah,
Sorry.
go ahead. Go ahead.
Abhishek, I really relate with you because I also come with 4+ years of experience. And I was confused between the GM and BM program while applying. But can you tell me something? Like, I specialize in marketing. My everything has been into marketing. Is there something unique that you'd like to talk about, which can add value? Because we have seen the curriculum and things, but if there's something else that can, help us with the question of why XLRI, other than that, it's one of the best schools and
So
the kind of course curriculum they have.
again, so why XLRI is something, they won't ask you. They'll ask you either why MBA or why HR or why BM. They know the answer for why XLRI. So they won't put you in that sort of kind of a situation. So why MBA, when you come to that situation, try to give a holistic answer in such a way that try to create links. Okay. And then your one story should have a link with the other story, as in your past work experience or your past extracurricular activities that you have done in your college or in your past should tie up to the entire point where at this moment you thought that this is the next best step for me in my career.
Okay.
Right? Be it understanding the technical acumen and then trying to know the business acumen so that you can have an holistic understanding of a product, or trying to, depends on your work ex, right? So it is very situation case specific, but overall funda that I would like to give, as in this is something very, because there is no right and wrong answer for why MBA, why HR, why BM. It's very situation specific. So why MBA and why XLRI, I don't know, but like why MBA, I'll say very specifically stick to the fact that create links in your story, so that it comes down to the time that today you have a motive, not like सबने करा, सबने apply किया, 10 lakh salary था, 20 lakh करना था. That is back of the mind, everybody is thinking that, but you have to pitch it in that way that you are the saint.
Got it. Do you think saying that for a higher salary also, for example, when we are being authentic, does that kind of an answer land well with them?
They'll kill
Other
you.
than
They'll kill you. They'll murder you. Trust me.
Sir, I want to correct this. When I say being original and authentic, don't don't do that. Be बना के story नहीं बनाना है, but filter रखना है तभी भी.
Got it. All right. Okay. Thank you
Yeah.
so much for this.
True. Any more question, guys? All good. Okay, with this we come to an
Hello,
end.
sir.
Wait, हाँ दे
Sir,
बोल.
I do have a question.
कैमरा ऑन करके पूछ, कैमरा बंद करके अलाउड नहीं है.
Okay, sir, give me a second.
जल्दी. ठीक है. By the time Mehak and Abhishek,
Yes, sir.
I want you to say a
Sir,
goodbye to all these people with their last parting thoughts after Supratim is done. Yeah, Mr. Dey, go ahead.
sir, I have a question to Abhishek regarding the question about the authentic experiences and challenges that you faced. I do have the some of the experiences that I can bring to the conversation, but I don't have much depth to it. Like you said about level 1, level 2, level 3. So, do you have any suggestion to how to make it like more authentic to make come to the flow of conversation?
Okay, so see, your story is your story, okay? Now, your story will have a lot of angles to it. Now, what I did was, I'll be very honest. When I was preparing for my interviews, now, I used to take situations from other people. And if I used to like that situation, I used to make situation up myself, and then मैं सोचता था कि इसमें अपना story बना के I'll fit it because I like the situation. But when I started giving the interviews, my first interviews was of Nashi, and then I understood that in one or two interviews, I got the feel कि the other person is catching me, that this is not like like when I said na L2 L3, why I focused on it, because I was caught during my initial MBA interviews. So I prepared well, and how I did that was मैंने ना बहुत आंख बंद करके अपने लाइफ के बारे में सोचा कि मैंने अगर ये काम किया तो मुझे क्या क्या challenges हुए थे. When you do that, there are very small intricacies that you miss while you are forming a story, which you, when you think very hard and very deep within those things, you'll find the right answers, and you'll find a lot of, how I say, L2, L3 is not something you can prepare, but something while you're thinking about a story, you can yourself think कि ये मैंने क्यों किया, okay, ये मैं ऐसे क्यों किया, ये मैं ऐसे कर सकता था, but मैंने ये क्यों किया. That is L2, L3 authenticity that you get into your story, right?
Right. Actually, I can get gist of it.
Yeah. So it just what Abhishek is trying to say is like तेरी story तेरी खुद की है. Just go back to the memory line. Whatever you worked out, देख कोई गड़बड़ हुई थी लाइफ के अंदर. Authentic वाली जब मैनेजर ने झाड़ा था, या कोई टाइमलाइन अचीव नहीं हुई थी, या तू कॉलेज में था यार तो कोई पेपर प्रेजेंटेशन था उसमें स्क्रू अप हो गया था. So think about all the screw ups of life. Screw ups make a better story because it's always about rags to riches story. Yeah. There's always like pluses and minus. It's always like 3-step approach. मैंने क्लास में एक बार बताया था. So it's a 3-step approach, like which is like starting, middle, and the ending. Middle is normally the tough part, which you actually cracked it up. So make sure you've got around 7 to 8 stories about even your hobbies, even your interest, even your work experience. वो करके रख, it's going to be helpful. ठीक है? Done है. Okay, this is so
Thank you,
amazing.
sir. Thank you, Abhishek.
Hey, God bless, man. God bless. All right, thank you so much, everyone, for joining in, and all the best for your call. And hope the CATKing channel, everything was helpful. Hope the dashboard is helpful to you guys, everyone. Hope it kept you motivated throughout the entire journey. Yes or no? You guys can unmute and say if you want to say. Okay. Yes, yes, yes or no? Or you guys can chat as well. Okay, great. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, this is so amazing. Great, yaar. Abhishek, any parting thoughts to all these great people? तेरे juniors ready हो गए हैं अभी, आने वाले हैं ये सब. Okay, Deva says yes, Brahm says yes. Okay, thanks. हाँ भाई, any parting thoughts? Then we're going to end wrap up with Mehak.
Yeah, so guys, best of luck, first of all. Prepare well, and do not get again percentile, forget about it. Now just focus on the interview. And when like sir also mentioned, always like have 7 8 stories for everything, in and out. Personal be story rakho. When they ask you for challenges and all, have personal and professional stories. Somebody I saw asked in the question about freshers, have personal stories from college and your experience that you've had. So, and prepare well. This is XLRI ka interview. You cannot just not prepare and just get through. So have L1, L2, L3 ready. I am sorry if I was not able to explain to you guys what I actually wanted to mean. But yeah, and prepare well. You guys are doing great. I'm pretty sure you will get into XLRI.
No, very, very well detailed यार, very well detailed. अगर इनको समझ नहीं आया तो इंटरव्यू में क्या करेंगे भाई? Very well explained. Great, great stuff. Mehak, any parting thoughts to all these great people? तेरा junior batch number 2, batch number 3 आने वाला है अभी.
Yeah, no. I think Abhishek covered it all. I think they'll do great. Just that if things go offline, they really need to make sure, they present themselves very nicely. Just dress up okay, jaye, be confident, be real, but with filters. I think that's the best thing he said. And yeah, I'm sure they'll do great. All the best, guys.
Right, and they will fire your filters like crazy, huh? How much?
Yeah.
How much ever I know these professors, but yeah, ये नहीं बोलना कि पैसे के लिए हम भी करें. Thank you so much,
Yeah.
joining, boys and girls. Take care. Bye, Mehak. I'll get on the call with you soon, Abhishek. And Kislay को मैंने thank you बोलना. I think Kislay has just got dropped. Bye, Mehak. See you.
Sure. Bye, sir.
Job
Bye.
का है? Job का है? Bombay, Bangalore,
Mumbai.
Mumbai. Abhishek तेरा कहाँ है? Unmute. Unmute, Abhishek. Unmute.
Oh, sorry, sir. Actually, Mumbai, sir. I'm so sorry. I was.
आओ बॉम्बे में आओ, चिल करेंगे अपन. आ जाओ.
जी, बिल्कुल, sir.
Great. Bye, Mehak. Bye, everyone. Take